let's look at either or probability. There's two types of cases of either or probability. We have non-overlapping events and overlapping events. So in this type of probability, we want the probability of one thing or another thing happening in one situation. So an example of either or probability of non-overlapping events would be like find the probability of drawing, let's do a dice, rolling a 3 or a 4. So first thing we need to look and check is if 3 can ever be a 4, because non-overlapping events are where one event cannot be another event. So since a 3 can never be a 4, to find the probability of either or of non-overlapping events, it's just the probability of A happening plus the probability of B happening, where A would, in this case, would be a 3, and B, in this situation, would be a 4. So the probability of rolling a 3 on a 6-sided dice is 1/6. The probability of rolling a 4 on a 6-sided dice is 1/6. So if you add those two probabilities together, it's 2 out of 6, or 1/3. You can also find the probability of cards this way as long as they are not overlapping. So let's find the probability of drawing a heart or a diamond. Alright, so to do that you find the probability of drawing hearts plus the probability of drawing a diamond. So the probability of drawing a heart is 1/4, and the probability of drawing a diamond is 1/4. So you add those together, 1/4 plus 1/4 is 1/2. Notice that in both of these situations, a 3 can never be a 4 and a heart can never be a diamond. Now we're going to take a look at what happens when the events do overlap. Let's look at an example of overlapping events. So overlapping events are where one event can also be another event. So let's look at the probability of drawing a king or a diamond. So if I were to draw this out in a Venn diagram, how many kings are in the deck? There are 4. How many diamonds are in the deck? There are 13. Now, there are 4 kings, 13 diamonds. How many king of diamonds are there? There is 1 king of diamonds. So what I've done is I've added the probability for the king, and that includes the king of diamonds here, and I've added the probability of diamonds, which also includes the king of diamonds. I've added the probability for the king of diamonds 2 times. However, there is only 1 king of diamonds in the deck. So if I add that probability, and I add the king of diamonds on the king side and the king of diamonds on the diamond side, I have to subtract out the king of diamonds, because I've added it twice and it only happens once. And we find that, we get that to be 16 52s. Divide both of those by 4 and you get 4/13 is our probability of drawing a king or a diamond. So the formula for overlapping events is very similar to regular events. Probability of A plus the probability of B minus the probability of A given it is also B. So let's say we want to find the probability of drawing a a 7 or a red card. How many 7s are in the deck? Think about that. There are 4 7s out of the 52 cards. How many red cards are in the deck? There are 26 out of the 52 cards. And then how many 7s are there that are red? There are 2. I've added the 2 red 7s here, and I've added the 2 red 7s here. I don't want to add that group twice, only once, so since I added it twice, I need to subtract out the 7 reds. So here's the 7s, here's the red cards, and here are the 7 reds. So if we do the math on that, we get 4 plus 26 is 30, minus 2 would be 28 over 52. And let's divide both of those by 4. We get 7/13. So just a little over half.